Test your might.
Sub-Zero launches an ice bolt at Ermac, knocking him out of the air to the ground.
You are Quan Chi's creation. Liu Kang warned about you. I had hoped for the chance to battle your dark magic.
Fight.
Sub-Zero eyes Ermac.
You are not so fearsome.
Scorpion and Smoke run to him.
You're both unharmed?
We are, brother.
Good. After our years of idleness, it pleases me to again face combat.
I will be pleased when we complete our mission.
They sprint across the fortress. Sub-Zero blasts a trail of ice and slides across it to a wall beside a portcullis. Scorpion and Smoke stand on the other side of it. Sub-Zero peers through the opening, then nods to the other two before sneaking through it with them. They step to an inactive Soul Stealer, its fused humanoid bones bound to strips of cloth and shaped into a tall spiral. Sub-Zero reaches toward it.
Be careful with what you're handling. We have no time for mistakes.
Scorpion, Smoke, and Sub-Zero slink away toward numerous other Soul Stealers.
Continue working. I must oversee production of the remaining basins.
Quan Chi steps away from cloaked workers constructing a Soul Stealer. He walks through an enormous archway lined with terracotta soldiers leading into the fortress. Sub-Zero covers the mouth of a guard from behind and impales his chest with an ice dagger before setting him down.
That's Quan Chi. The other sorcerer Liu Kang described.
Kuai Liang and I will capture him. Stay here. Do not let them activate the Soul Stealers.
Quan Chi steps down a corridor hedged in with more terracotta soldiers. Flames flicker in numerous braziers lining the walls and gold coins litter the stone floor. Sub-Zero and Scorpion slowly follow him as he steps through a doorway into another room. Sub-Zero pauses by a heap of gold coins. He picks one up and inspects it in the firelight. He looks past it at mounds of gold coins sitting in the room beyond the corridor. Sub-Zero and Scorpion look past the treasure at Quan Chi on the other side of the room with multiple women in leather armor and skeletal masks.
There will be spoils in this war.
Let us win it first, brother.
They glance at the doorway behind them, then hurry off as Shang Tsung emerges from it. Smirking, Shang Tsung strides across the treasure room toward Quan Chi and the women. Quan Chi steps to him.
Will the Soul Stealers be completed on time, Quan Chi?
Yes. Our benefactor's guidance has proven most helpful.
If we break it, we'll halt their construction. Agreed.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion step out from behind a large ruined door and charge Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. Green energy pools around Quan Chi's hands and he blasts heaps of skulls at Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero smashes his way through them while Scorpion trades blows with Shang Tsung. Sub-Zero and Quan Chi each dodge the other's kicks. Then Sub-Zero front kicks him back.
Ah, the Lin Kuei. We have been expecting you.
Were you told also to expect defeat? This ends no other way.
Fight!
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Sub-Zero slides on ice shards which stab up through his victim's abdomen and skull. He then chops down with an ice wall hammer.
You should never have come here. I will bury you in this fortress. Your failure was inevitable.
Scorpion evades Shang Tsung's knife hand strike, then jabs his gut and sidekicks him back. Shang Tsung shoots the fire skull at the giant pile of coins and jewels behind Scorpion, sending it sliding down and burying the warrior. Sub-Zero shoots an ice beam, but Shang Tsung blocks it with a shield of fire.
This is so unnecessary. What I can offer you, you won't decline.
Unless it's your surrender, I am not interested.
Fight!
It is your choice. I
Fight.
can give you freedom.
Sub-Zero steps to Shang Tsung's body and comes with a large axe made of ice. Scorpion watches him raise the weapon, but he stops when guards pour into the doorway. One shatters Sub-Zero's ice axe with his sword, and another jump kicks Scorpion. Sub-Zero grabs a guard's arm and twists it around so his sword cuts another's throat. Scorpion weaves around one guard's sword, then throws him into a second. A guard bashes Sub-Zero's face with his shield, knocking him down. The guards quickly grab him and Scorpion, then force them to their knees. Shang Tsung staggers to his feet. He dusts himself off, then steps to Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Perhaps now you wish to entertain my offer.
How would you know what I value? We're strangers to each other.
I know that you wish to break free of Liu Kang's control, to gain your clan unrivaled power. I offer the means to do both.
Ignore him, brother. He promises only corruption.
Grandmaster, I am sure you're asking yourself, can I afford to trust a man I have never met? But the true question you must ask is, can I afford not to?
Sub-Zero stares at Shang Tsung. Geras stands before a giant hourglass and shifts his arms around. Sand weaves through the air, then images of the benefactor and Shang Tsung appear in the bottom of the hourglass.
And you were meant for war, to live among kings, not peasants. But since before you were born, you have been conspired against by those who fear how formidable you could become. I am your deliverer, Shang Tsung. Join me, and I will put the realms at your feet.
Geras examines her.
Who are you?
He steps closer to the hourglass.
Impossible.
Shao, Shang Tsung, and multiple soldiers usher Scorpion and Sub-Zero forward, their wrists bound by manacles.
My realm and your clan have much in common. We both feel the pull of Liu Kang's leash.
Once Outworld rules Earthrealm, you will be free to remake the Lin Kuei in any manner you see fit.
Bihan, don't listen! We must stop them, not—
Silence, Kuai Liang.
But brother!
Obey your Grandmaster. Can you win this war? Soul Stealers are deadly, but they're not enough.
You only think so because you don't understand their true purpose.
Explain.
Emperor Ying built this fortress during one of Earthrealm's most turbulent periods. Enemies beset him on all sides. He built a great army to protect his empire. He built a second one to protect him in the afterlife. This is Emperor Ying's Dragon Army.
They enter a vast, icy chamber hewn from an enormous cavern. Hundreds of terracotta warriors surround them on the ground floor, and various floors above them.
Impressive. But does this history lesson have a point?
These statues were constructed and enchanted by the great mages in the Emperor's court.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion follow Shang Tsung around a central cobblestone platform to a large wooden chest. Shang Tsung kneels, then opens it, revealing a velvet-lined interior housing a silver crown made in the likeness of two dragons facing each other. Shang Tsung takes the crown, then pours green liquid from a vial onto it.
They are animated by fragments of souls. Once alive, they fight tirelessly, unburdened by remorse or pity.
Green mist coils off of the crown as Shang Tsung sets it on his own head. Green energy fills the gaps in a row of terracotta soldiers' armor, and their faces turn skeletal. They turn towards Sub-Zero and Scorpion, then punch and kick the air in unison. The warriors stop.
As our ally, you will be given command of several battalions. Few in Earthrealm could then resist the Lin Kuei.
Sub-Zero walks to the row of dragon warriors and examines them. He approaches Shang Tsung and holds his manacles up to him. Two soldiers grab Scorpion as he steps forward.
Bihan!
Shang Tsung removes Sub-Zero's manacles.
How could you? Father would turn in his grave if he saw this!
He was a doddering old fool. He did us a favor having that accident. And I was right to let him die.
Let him die? You said you tried to save him!
A lie. Because you couldn't and still can't face the truth. Father had doomed the Lin Kuei to mediocrity. Now, we will achieve greatness.
Sub-Zero gestures to the Dragon Warriors. Scorpion elbows the pair of soldiers holding him back, then hammers General Shao's face before whipping Shang Tsung's head with his chains. He whirls around to Sub-Zero and bashes him to the ground. A soldier grabs him, then Scorpion knocks him down and pummels his head. His chains glow orange as he takes down several more soldiers. Then General Shao swings his axe at him. Scorpion ducks under the attack, then snatches the axe with his chains, tears it from General Shao's hands, and flings it away. He whips Shao's face with his chains, then Shao backhands him. Scorpion maneuvers behind Shao to wrap his chains around his throat, jump onto his back, and strangle him. General Shao throws him off, breaking the chains. Scorpion gets to his feet as Shao grabs his axe.
He is a feisty one.
Are you going to blather or make yourself useful? This Earthrealmer must be neutralized. Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. General Shao's axe bashes the victim into the air. He leaps and slams the axe to cleave their ribs apart, then dives to stomp them.
Ready to die?
You may corrupt Bi-Han, but you won't corrupt me.
Fight!
Neither of you are up to the task.
Do not let Kuai Liang escape.
Shang Tsung directs the dragon army with the crown. They charge at Scorpion. Scorpion shoots flames to burn the undead warriors. They disintegrate before reaching him, one with its sword a mere hair away from his face. He sprints out of the tomb of the dragon army, past hordes of unanimated warriors. He dashes toward the dilapidated castle. He enters the Great Hall and sneaks cautiously through wood and stone wreckage. He reaches 3 fire pits, where Quan Chi and Rain gather. The duo discusses a pot of melted metal as it pours.
Purity is important. Pollutants impact efficiency. Like barnacles on a ship's hull, they create drag and reduce speed.
I see.
As Scorpion slinks past, his reflection glints off of a shield that hangs from a wall, which catches Rain's eye. Rain squints. Unaware, Scorpion tiptoes away. Rain wields his staff and hurls a burst of water at him.
So you've declined Shang Tsung's offer. I assume your brother has not.
The sorcerer tempted him into forsaking his oath.
He can be convincing, can't he? Spurning him is a grave mistake.
Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Rain summons 2 tendrils of water, which wrap around the victim's hips to electrocute them and shatter their pelvis. Scorpion relaxes and glares.
The mistake is yours, Outworlder.
Havik and Darius storm in.
What have you done?
They rush Scorpion. He dodges Darius's punches and blocks Havik's kick. He grasps Havik's arm and slashes his head, kicks him away and brawls with Darius. He whips out his rope dart, lances Havik's stomach and slams him against a wall. He throws a series of punches at Darius. Havik kicks Scorpion toward the pot of melted metal. He holds out his hands to stop himself from falling in and burns them. They hold him down and lower his head as he struggles.
Test your might.
Scorpion headbutts Darius and strikes Havik. He elbows Darius away. He grips Havik by the neck and shoves his face into the boiling metal. He releases and Havik covers his face with his hands. Havik staggers away, dripping blood that sizzles when it hits the ground. Havik turns to reveal his disfigured face. His nose and lips have dissolved, and his charred teeth are exposed from his blistered jaw.
I am not finished. For burning me, you'll burn in the Netherrealm.
Fight!
Of you.
Fight!
You will die!
Fight!
A Lin Kuei's flame is not easily smothered.
Split up! We must find him!
Scorpion bolts out of the castle alone. In the outer courtyard, a sharp wind carries snow onto the sloping roofs of various buildings. Smoke waits behind a giant wheel. He darts to Scorpion.
What happened? Where's Bi-Han?
He's betrayed us. We're all in imminent danger.
They retreat into a blizzard.
Letting Father die. Forsaking Earthrealm. He's abandoned all reason.
I knew Bi-Han's frustrations ran deep, but I never thought they could inspire such madness. We can't let his corruption spread.
Whatever it takes, I am with you.
Thank you. We may not share blood, but we are brothers.
Sub-Zero emerges.
Do your oaths mean nothing? It's your duty to obey my will.
Not when it betrays Lin Kuei principles. We won't sacrifice them to serve your ambition.
An ice dagger materializes in Sub-Zero's hand. He slashes at Scorpion, who swerves. Scorpion stomps his brother's side, then kicks his jaw. He traps Sub-Zero's dominant arm and twists. Sub-Zero breaks free with a kick. He punches Sub-Zero in the throat. Scorpion tries to wrestle the ice dagger from Sub-Zero's hand, but Sub-Zero slices his palm. He squeezes his wounded hand into a fist as Sub-Zero advances. As snow flutters, Sub-Zero stabs and swipes at his brother, who dodges and retaliates with his fist. Sub-Zero carves at his brother's head, but Scorpion grabs his arm with both hands. He looks up and sees Sub-Zero's empty fist. Sub-Zero cuts his face with the dagger in his other hand, leaving a trailing scar.
Kuai Liang!
Stay back. This is my fight.
End this, brother. Embrace the future.
I want no part of it! You pervert all that it means to be Lin Kuei!
Fight!
Cold snap. For the last time, brother.
Fight!
Family and clan.
Fight!
You're the Lin Kuei.
You are my Grandmaster no longer.
Scorpion kneels.
What are you doing? Once he's exposed, won't you be made Grandmaster?
You forget Cyrax and Sector. Their loyalty to Bi-Han is absolute. They'll sooner abet his corruption than follow me. We must chart a new course. One that both honors our father's legacy and serves Earthrealm.
He stands behind Smoke.
Help me. We can't leave him here to aid Shang Tsung.
Later, Scorpion rushes into the surrounding woodland with Smoke, shouldering Sub-Zero's comatose body. They halt and watch 4 columns of green light flare from the Yin Fortress ruins, swirling into the clouds. Simultaneously, at the Wuxi Academy, Liu Kang studies the same Soul Nados.
How did you achieve this, sorcerer?
Behind him, particles of sand dance with shards of light. The small sandstorm forms Geras.
You arrived not a moment too soon, Geras. What have you learned?
In scrutinizing Shang Tsung's first meeting with his benefactor, I made an important discovery. Her life essence, the very time crystals that make up her being, are not of this timeline.
Not of this timeline? How could someone from a previous timeline enter this one?
That cannot happen.
If that cannot happen, then what has happened, Gears? There are no other timelines than those that have come before.
All evidence points to the presence of a second timeline, which exists concurrently with ours.
Two timelines, side by side, moving forward simultaneously?
Never in a billion lifetimes have I seen this. But that does not make the other timeline any less real. There can be no doubt that Shang Tsung's benefactor hails from it.
And who she is, why she's here, where she's from. All questions we need answered, which we can't while we are under attack. I will go to Sindel, convince her to withdraw from Earthrealm by showing her how history is being manipulated.
That will require revealing to her your prior role as Keeper of Time.
The situation gives me no choice. I will need your help, Gears, to prove my claims to the Empress.
They observe the Solnados while trees sway in the wind. Later, in Outworld, Sundo's portal gate emanates energy, surrounded by tropical greenery and colorful flowers. Liu Kang materializes from within. The constabulary await. Li Mei approaches as the others draw their weapons. She walks between weathered lion statues and reaches a platform bordered by water.
Return home, Lord Liu Kang. I am to let no one pass.
I must see Her Majesty. She must call off her attack on Earthrealm.
Her decision was unwise, but she no longer seeks my counsel, and I doubt she's interested in yours.
The Empress has been deceived. Shang Tsung and General Shao have fomented this crisis as a means to steal her throne.
General Shao? I knew he was hiding his true intentions. But join Shang Tsung? I knew he couldn't be trusted. Were I still Umgadi, he would never have breathed the same air as the Empress. My palace sources told me he arrived out of nowhere, and immediately had the Empress's ear.
He gained her trust by treating Princess Melina's condition. Tragically, she is afflicted with Tarkat disease.
Tarkat? The Empress must be beside herself. If Shang Tsung found a treatment, no wonder she embraced him.
I have shared this with no one. I trust that you, of all people, will keep this secret.
Of course. Were it made public, it would bring down the royal family.
Li Mei, Empress Sindel needs our help. Will you join me?
Emperor Jared's death, the pain it caused Empress Sindel, has always haunted me. I failed the royal family once. I won't do so again.
She clenches her jaw. Later, Li Mei and Liu Kang ride in an enclosed wooden carriage pulled by horses, while her constables run alongside it.
Everything now makes sense. My Umgadi contacts had said the general's soldiers had been encroaching. But still, I can't fathom it. General Shao committing treason?
It is the fruit of a poisonous seed planted by Shang Tsung. He played to the general's vanity, inflamed his prejudices to convince him that he alone could save Outworld.
He may be unstoppable. The Umgadi don't have numbers, and my constables aren't trained for war.
Know that I, too, will aid in the Empress's defense.
The carriage stops.
Driver, what is it?
She pushes the doors open. Her constables have drawn their weapons.
I may need that aid right now.
He nods. Reiko and a Centaurian swagger up, backed by General Shao's soldiers. The Centaurian has a horse's body, ram's horns, a metal tail, and a humanoid muscular upper body.
Return Liu Kang to the portal gate, Li Mei. He isn't welcome in Outworld.
I won't support the general, Reiko, nor his plot to usurp the throne.
then you won't live to see the new regime.
The Centaurian rips off a constable's arms. He bucks and stomps his victim to the ground with heavy heaves. Reiko slashes constables with a knife. He rolls and stabs a constable in the throat. Blood spurts as he yanks it out. He flings the blood off his knife. Li Mei shuts the doors.
They have us surrounded.
I am Earthrealm's protector, Li Mei. I am no stranger to combat.
Then let's get out there.
She throws a... and sprints. She kicks two soldiers in their chests and sweeps her leg to trip another. Li Mei springs back up and faces Reiko, who tosses a constable over his shoulder.
You should have joined us, not the constabulary. We could have used your Ungari skills.
Enough! I've no use for a traitor's compliments.
Fight!
I thought Shao soldiers were better trained.
Fight!
attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Li Mei conjures a giant lion head made of energy. She leaps, twists the victim's neck, and throws them into the lion's maw.
Locked up.
Maybe I thought too highly of you.
Fight.
You and your accomplices will face judgment, Reiko.
Li Mei hurries Liu Kang as her constables arrest the soldiers.
We must leave. Reinforcements will be on the way.
He follows her into the carriage and shuts the doors. Later, Li Mei and Liu Kang stride through the hanging gardens of Empress Sindel's palace. A purple weeping willow provides ample shade among majestic architecture. They march past lavender drapes dispersed between stone columns. They reach a flourishing garden with vibrant flora and a flowing waterfall. Tanya accosts them, flanked by a second Umgadi. She points her staff at Liu Kang.
Word of his arrival precedes you. Surrender if you wish to remain unharmed.
Let us pass, Tanya. The Empress and her family are in danger. He brings word that Shang Tsung and General Shao plot against them.
The General? Are you so easily taken in by lies? Once again, you prove incapable of protecting the royal house.
Fight!
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Li Mei conjures a giant lion head made of energy. She leaps, twists the victim's neck, and throws them into the lion's maw.
We waste precious time, Tanya. Let's finish this.
Fight!
To Tanya.
I'm sorry you made that necessary.
Umgadi priestesses rush in. They circle Li Mei and Liu Kang, pointing their spears.
Priestesses.
Li Mei holds out her arms as she and Liu Kang stand back to back.
You know who I am. Of my deeds when I was one of you. I may no longer be welcome. But in my heart, I am still Umgadi. I will always honor my vows. He's here to end a threat to the Empress. Stand against us, and she will lose the throne. Stand with us, and we will save the Empire.
Later, Li Mei and Liu Kang escort a bound Tanya down a hallway.
Why didn't you kill me?
Because we mean you no harm.
And that you live will help prove that fact to the Empress.
Umgadi follow as the trio enters the colossal throne room. Purple fabric drapes over the walls and pink flower petals twirl in the air. They reach Empress Sindel, who sits between Kitana and Melina. Umgadi thump their spears.
How dare you, Li Mei? It's not enough that you let Jared be murdered. You let Liu Kang destroy the rest of my family?
My heart broke when your husband died. I lost not only my emperor, but you, my closest friend. I know you may never forgive me.
She puts a hand to her chest.
But don't be blinded by anger and grief. We are here to help you.
Tanya chokes Li Mei with rope tied around her wrist. She elbows Tanya's head and twists around to strike. Liu Kang seizes spears. Kitana charges in, to Melina.
No, daughter. Your condition.
Li Mei sidesteps Tanya's punch, then kicks her to the ground. Kitana closes in.
Your faithlessness astounds, Li Mei. How can you side with Earthrealm against us?
I'm acting for your family's benefit, and for Outworlds. If you took a moment, you'd realize it.
Fight!
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Li Mei conjures a giant lion head made of energy. She leaps, twists the victim's neck, and throws them into the lion's maw.
Your Highness, please. You fight the wrong battle.
Fight!
You must be smarter, Princess.
Sindel.
No, Melina. I forbid it.
I must. If I won't risk my life for the throne, I'm not worthy of it.
Brushing away Sindel's hand, she strikes Li Mei. Li Mei blocks. She cleaves Li Mei's throat and kicks her to the ground.
I remember teaching you that, Princess. You were but a girl.
That was long ago. Much has changed.
My loyalty to your family hasn't. Trust me now as you did then.
Melina lunges and throws punches. Li Mei ducks and kicks her down.
Please, Princess, just listen. We shouldn't fight.
Melina rises and reveals her Tarkat symptoms. Jagged teeth protrude. Her sharp tongue jerks as she knocks Sindel over. Li Mei dashes over to pull Melina off her mother.
Forgive me, Princess, but I won't allow you to hurt yourself or anyone else.
Fight!
I must be careful. I cannot harm her.
Fight!
Tarkat makes victims of us all.
Tanya rubs her wrists and quickly attends Melina, her black braid swaying. She procures a syringe and injects its serum into Melina's neck. The princess's wide, deformed mouth and jagged teeth recede, and her face transforms back to normal. Life returns to Melina's eyes. Sindel stands to face Li Mei. Melina groggily places her hand on Tanya's. They exchange looks. Tanya smiles.
Praise Argus. Thank you. I am in your debt.
No, Your Majesty. There can be no debt between friends.
Liu Kang steps in.
I am glad she is safe, and that our conflict has ended.
It is paused, not ended. Li Mei has earned my goodwill. Whether you do remains to be seen.
I seek only peace, Your Majesty.
She squints.
Is that why you send minions on secret missions into my empire? You've proved yourself the enemy I was long warned you would be.
I understand your anger, but I had reason to believe that Shang Tsung posed a threat to both of us. Until I confirmed them, I did not want to burden you with my suspicions.
And now?
They have proven true. Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, the General. They conspire to conquer our realms.
A serious charge. Where is your proof?
At Shang Tsung's laboratory. If what you see there does not convince you, I will surrender Earthrealm without a fight.
Later in the lab, Sindel grimaces at a chained hybrid with amputated limbs and spilled guts. Liu Kang, the princesses, and Umgadi watch.
How could I have so misjudged them? For Shang Tsung to indulge in such depravity, for General Shao to condone it, they are not the men I thought them.
Despite my best efforts, neither man nor Quan Chi are who they were meant to be.
They're not your responsibility. They're Outworlders.
But it is I who crafted their destinies, along with those of all other beings, at the dawn of history.
You created the realms. Is your mind addled, demigod?
I am a mere demigod now. But eons ago, I was more powerful than all of the Elder Gods combined. I was a Titan, and the Keeper of Time.
He pushes air in a circle to create a small sandstorm. Sand and light collect to form Geras. A gold dragon tattoo sits on his bare brown shoulder. He conjures an image of an hourglass.
This is Geras.
Your Majesty, Your Highnesses.
Geras is the guardian of the Hourglass, a celestial object which lies beyond the realms. The Hourglass regulates time and destiny. When I wielded its power, it was upon me to craft all of existence, which I did when I restarted history.
Restarted?
This timeline was preceded by billions more. Though this is the first of Liu Kang's design. The others were designed by his predecessor. Kronika was obsessed with equalizing good and evil. When a timeline veered too far to one or the other, she would halt it and restart history, tinkering with lives and events in the hope of achieving her golden balance.
Prior timelines, Kronika gave Shang Tsung and Quan Chi mastery of the most vile magics. Shao was not a general, a tyrannical ruler bent on conquest. You, Sindel, were his ruthless wife, who would do anything to preserve your privilege. When I took the hourglass from Kronika, I vowed to do better. So in this timeline, the sorcerers would not gain their dark powers. Shao would be your loyal follower, and you would rule Outworld firmly, but fairly.
But someone has interfered with Liu Kang's design. Shao, Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, all have been groomed by an unknown entity to be the villains they were in previous timelines.
Where to begin? Am I to kneel to my creator? Do you expect worship?
No, Your Majesty. My prior role was thrust upon me by circumstance. I am in no way divine.
You had power over all of creation, yet you gave it up.
Because I saw how it drove Kronika mad. I knew I would fare no better had I kept it.
Shao kicks open the door and struts in with Goro, Rain, and the winged Nitara. Sindel advances, followed by the others.
You. How dare you conspire against Outworld?
Not against Outworld, but against your misguided rule. Your deference to him leaves us all vassals.
So you sanction these unspeakable horrors? Lie to me about the threats we face? Thanks to you, Earthrealm blood is already on my hands. Bloodshed, without cause or provocation.
An amulet.
Don't
Empress, everyone, stay back.
What is it?
The Amulet of Shinnok, a weapon of terrifying power.
It should not exist. Its maker is powerless, as Liu Kang designed.
Yet more proof of foreign interference.
Enough prattle! You'll both bend a knee to Outworld's new emperor.
Put down the amulet. Its evil is beyond your control.
Do you think I do battle not trained with my weapons? I am more than prepared.
Thrusts the trembling amulet. Glowing tendrils of orange light pull Geras and the princesses into the amulet's central pool. A fight breaks out and Nitara strikes Sindel.
So General Shao casts his lot with Outworld's enemies against me. He's a fool to ally with you blood-sucking fiends.
Fight.
Goro wallops the victim in the face, then pulls both arms apart to rip them out of their sockets. He headbutts the victim. Nitara kicks her victim upward, then stabs her claws through their neck before slamming across the floor.
You've treated your enemies like filth. Today we have our revenge.
Fight.
It is a pointless endeavor.
Fight!
You're no better than Shang Tsung's monstrosities.
Liu Kang ducks under Rain's staff swing, then elbows his face just before Sindel jump kicks him to the floor.
Tanya and your daughters, they are not dead, but trapped in the amulet. We can still save them.
They freeze as General Shao raises the amulet to them. Li Mei leaps through the air and kicks Shao to the floor, making him drop the amulet. Sindel grabs it. Soldiers chase them into a corridor. Liu Kang turns and blasts a stream of fire at the soldiers, igniting several. Sindel screams purple sonic energy at the ceiling, making it collapse between them and the soldiers.
Detain me!
They hurry to the lab's upper level where numerous warriors and soldiers fight. Sindel marches to Reiko.
It's no surprise that you are party to Shao's treason. Know that it will cost you your life.
I owe him mine many times over. Sacrificing it in his service would be an honor.
Fight.
Motaro charges the victim with a headbutt, then back kicks their torso to shatter their ribs. Reiko throws a spear through his victim's chest. He breaks off the spear's handle to smash it through their skull.
Victory!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Sindel's hair grabs and slams the victim. 2 strands hold their ankles to yank their legs apart, twisting their hips.
That Shao misled you makes you no less culpable. You will answer for this crime.
Your rebellion is doomed.
Rain and Shao enter. Rain blasts a water bolt at Sindel. Li Mei shields Sindel and gets knocked back.
Your betrayal hurts most, Rain. I thought of you as a son.
I've outgrown you, Empress. Shang Tsung's taught me that I've scratched just the surface of my power. To explore it, I can't be bound by your limits.
Fight!
Shang Tsung's taught me more than you know. It's time I show you.
The attacker punches the victim airborne, then grabs their ankles to slam them down. Rain summons 2 tendrils of water which wrap around the victim's hips to electrocute them and shatter their pelvis. The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Sindel's hair grabs and slams the victim. 2 strands hold their ankles to yank their legs apart, twisting their hips.
You are forever dead to me.
General Shao headbutts an Umgadi, then cleaves off her arm with his axe. He hacks into another shoulder, then wrenches the blade out.
Your reign is over, Sindel.
I remember the weak, sickly boy you were. How your father fought to push you past your infirmities. Now you repay him by spitting on his ideals? Your revolt shreds every value he held dear.
Fight.
both me and the Empire. Your family name will be forever tarnished.
The attacker punches the victim airborne, then grabs their ankles to slam them down. General Shao's axe bashes the victim into the air. He leaps and slams the axe to cleave their ribs apart, then dives to stomp them.
These are your reign's final moments. Savor. Fight!
You are relieved, General.
The amulet, Your Majesty.
Sindel hands Liu Kang the amulet. Fiery light pours from it as Liu Kang holds it up. Orange energy streams from the amulet. Mileena, Kitana, Tanya, and Geras materialize. Sindel runs to her daughters, and they all hug tightly.
I hate to disrupt, but we must act quickly to save Earthrealm.
Is that the command of my creator?
No, Your Majesty. It is the request of a friend.
He smiles warmly. Later, Liu Kang, Geras, Sindel, Tanya, Mileena, Kitana, Smoke, and Scorpion stand in a tree line of the forest surrounding Shang Tsung's ruined fortress and gaze up at 4 green solnados shining from behind its ramparts. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi stand before a large stone well filled with green light. The dragon crown rises out from it. Shang Tsung takes it.
We are ready.
And the Soul Stealers?
Keep them running. I am sure we'll find a use for the collected souls.
They walk to the stone steps of the fortress's immense entryway. A soldier stands with his back to a railing in a terrace. Kitana hops up from behind and stabs his neck with a knife. She throws him over the balcony, then jumps up over it to the terrace with Tanya and Mileena. Mileena dashes to a soldier manning a siege weapon on the rampart from behind. She plunges a knife into his neck, takes control of the weapon, and fires its massive bolt at a soldier standing at another Scorpio nearby. Kitana shoves a soldier over the top of a rampart as she and Tanya hurry past. Scorpion stands at the edge of a tall wall. He throws his kunai-tipped rope dart at the head of a soldier below. It impales his skull, then Scorpion hoists him up. Smoke runs along the rooftop of the portcullis, then hops down to the others standing at its entrance. They peer at numerous soldiers marching near the 4 Soul Stealers.
Will they stand down, if ordered?
No. Those are the General's most loyal lieutenants.
They must be neutralized if we are to shut down the Soul Stealers.
Yes, they do. We should split up.
Liu Kang, Mileena, Smoke, Sindel, Kitana, Tanya, and Geras sprint through the portcullis into the soldiers guarding the Soul Stealers. Umgadi priestesses and other warriors fight the soldiers while Mileena and Tanya break away from the group and raise their weapons to a Soul Stealer. They freeze and turn to Ermac as he floats behind them.
Stay behind me, Princess.
No. We fight together.
He telekinetically throws chunks of a wall at them. One knocks Tanya to the ground while Mileena bounds across the others midair and leaps to Ermac. He launches her back just before she can strike with her side blade. Ermac throws Mileena and Tanya up to the fortress ramparts. Tanya tries to sit up, teeth gritted and a hand over her torso. Mileena crawls to her.
What's wrong?
My ribs. They may be broken.
Ermac levitates above them, green energy pooling around his hands.
Help me up.
No, Tanya, stay down. This time, I protect you.
We are Ermac. It is pointless to resist us.
Come any closer, and you'll feel the points of my blades.
We are many. You are one. Your souls will become part of our collection. Fight! Fight!
You'll have no part of me, Ermac.
Amazing, Melina. In another life, you could have been Umgadi.
I prefer this one, dearest Tanya.
Melina helps her up, then holds her arm as they pass by Ermac's twitching body.
We must leave. Quickly.
Melina, wait.
Melina stops and turns to Ermac.
Father?
Ermac staggers to her. His dry and gnarled face transforms, softening into that of a living man's. His eyes are a muted green.
Father, is it truly you?
Yes, Melina. This body was created from the living forest's souls. Mine was one of them. Your attack broke the spell that binds us. Now, I am in control.
Father!
Melina and Jared embrace tightly. They pull back and he looks at Tanya.
You are Umgadi, but not Li Mei.
I replaced her after your death, Your Majesty. She left the Order rather than accept punishment.
Punishment? It was not her fault.
A discussion for another time, Father. We must go.
They glance over their shoulders, then hurry off. Liu Kang and Geras stride across the fortress plaza while Jared floats himself, Melina, and Tanya to the ground nearby. Kitana dashes to Jared and throws her arms around him. His smile drops as he turns to Sindel.
Jared?
She runs to him.
Yes, Sindel. It's me.
How I've missed you.
They share a deep smile as she touches his face.
Greetings, Jared.
Liu Kang bows.
Liu Kang, my friend. We meet again.
It is good to have you back. We once again find ourselves in challenging circumstances.
And once again, we will prevail. As always, Sindel, I am yours to command.
She beams as he rests a hand on her shoulder. Shang Tsung wears the dragon crown near Quan Chi in the Tomb of the Dragon Army. They watch 10 dragon warriors punch and kick the air in unison. Melina, Kitana, and Smoke sneak behind rows of inactive dragon warriors on the other side of the cavern. Melina observes Quan Chi and Shang Tsung.
How is it they're unaware that the Soul Stealers are shut down?
We are deep within the mountain. From here, they couldn't tell.
Liu Kang, Scorpion, Geras, Jared, and Sindel join them.
Look at them conspiring. It is history we should not be repeating.
We must take the crown. Without it, he can't raise more warriors.
Our odds will improve if we can surround them.
I'll distract them while the rest of you get into position. Leave it to me, Mother.
She steps away from the others.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung turns to Mileena as she approaches.
Princess Mileena.
I bring news from Outworld. Sindel is deposed. General Shao now rules.
And yet you are still free.
To succeed, the General needed help on the inside. I provided it.
The heir to the throne gives it up willingly.
It is a burden I've never wanted. The realm is better left in General... Emperor Shao's hands.
A most mature perspective. Outworld benefits from your wisdom.
Yes, Shang Tsung, it does. But not in the manner that you expect.
Everyone else drops from the upper level and quickly surrounds Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and the Dragon Warriors before attacking. Liu Kang and a warrior trade punches. Another punches Gearas's face. Unfazed, he hammers its head with his fist. Tanya batters a warrior with her staff. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi face Mileena.
A bold gambit, Princess.
It is an impressive display of guile. Who knew she was so capable?
You count yourselves among my doubters. I will count you among the dead.
Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Shang Tsung injects his victim with a green syringe. The toxin causes bones to mutate out of their innards like roots.
As I suspected, her capabilities are indeed limited.
Fight!
Your betrayal will be punished. Do not expect to lose.
Fight!
There will be consequences for forsaking Outworld.
Shang Tsung clenches his teeth and sits up. He looks at the terracotta soldiers, then turns to the dragon crown on the floor near him.
Thanks to the princess, this fight is ended.
The fight, perhaps. Not the battle.
True. Until your benefactor is caught, the realms remain threatened. Who is she, sorcerer?
They turn to the crown as green energy swirls around it.
Speak of the devil. Liu Kang. Meet Damashi.
Damashi?
The crown shines gold and floats. Sand spirals beneath it. Then another Shang Tsung materializes along with the bones of the others.
You are the victim of deception, sorcerer.
You're not Damashi. You're me. More correctly, you are me. A poor facsimile, anyway. Made lesser by Liu Kang's meddling.
What's happening here? Who is he?
This Shang Tsung is whom I battled for the Hourglass. I thought him dead.
As I did you, Liu Kang. It turns out our battle released mammoth energies which ripped apart time's fabric. The fight had 2 conclusions. In one, I was the victor. In the other, it was you. It was eons before I discovered this. Once I did, I knew the path forward.
I took this form and infiltrated your timeline. I elevated these wretches, giving them great power. Together, they sowed discord among the realms, and assembled for me the Dragon Army. I led them to believe they were aiding my conquest of Earthrealm and Outworld. But my intent is to exterminate all life in this timeline, and then merge it into my own.
You promised us realms. Now you leave us to slaughter? You were pawns, not partners. Your purpose served. You will be sacrificed.
We served you loyally, built you the Dragon Crown.
This? It is a toy. I do not need it to control the Dragon Army. Only the souls contained within.
The Titan Shang Tsung from the Dark Timeline crumples the crown, releasing numerous souls from it that stream into the different statues. He smiles with the other dark versions of the fighters.
Goodbye, Liu Kang. Neither you nor your timeline will be missed.
He teleports away. Dark Sindel steps forward as Dark Raiden stands behind her, eyes red.
It appears our interests align. For now.
Know that I trust neither of you. I will finish you both at the first hint of treachery.
Dark Sindel smiles wickedly as Dark Raiden rises behind her. He crackles with red electricity. The fighters charge and Dark Sindel screams a sonic blast at her. Melina rushes Dark Raiden, but he shoots her with a lightning bolt, knocking her down. Jared kneels by her.
Melina, what's wrong?
Her fangs grow.
Serum wearing off. Must stay in control. You attack my family, I will make you suffer.
Further resistance serves no purpose. This timeline will be destroyed. Fight!
Shang Tsung should have sent more minions.
The warriors face off against their dark counterparts.
Come forward if you dare.
I will finish what Raiden could not.
Quan Chi and Sindel front kick her. Dark Sindel blocks their attacks, then Crescent kicks Quan Chi's face. She jumps and kicks Jared back while punching Sindel away. She stretches her hair out and trips Smoke with it, then Sonic screams Geras to the floor. Her hair whips out and flips Kitana and Liu Kang down. Dark Sindel punches Kitana's face as she gets up. She smashes Scorpion's chest with her arm, driving him down. Her hair shoots out to grab Shang Tsung and Tanya as they sprint over, then slams them to the floor. Dark Sindel smirks as the warriors lie motionless around her. Sindel takes a katana on the floor and hauls herself up with it.
Your tenacity is to be admired. Until our last breaths are taken, as long as blood flows through our veins, we are not beaten. Noble sentiments, which in the end matter little. None of you will leave here alive.
Dark Sindel's hair lifts a katana from the floor and places it in her hand. She dashes to Sindel and forces her counterpart's blade to the floor, then smoothly stabs her shoulder and front kicks her back. Sindel locks blades with Dark Sindel, then uppercuts her jaw as she starts to use a sonic scream. She bashes Dark Sindel's face with the sword's hilt and flings her to the floor. Sindel raises her blade over her counterpart, then Dark Sindel's hair quickly grabs her sword and impales Sindel's gut. Dark Sindel's hair coils around Sindel and flings her aside.
Oh, it's so sad to see a child lose her mother.
If my mother dies, she won't be the only Sindel to perish!
Fight. Fight.
Mileena stumbles to the floor. Tanya hurries to her, then injects the serum into her neck with a syringe. Kitana and Jared each hold one of Sindel's hands as she sits bruised and bloodied on the floor. She clutches the wound in her belly.
Mother, you can't go. Not yet.
It's my time, dear. At least we had a few hours more.
I will cherish them.
Mother.
Mileena kneels to Sindel and takes her hand.
You are now Empress. Rule well.
I will, Mother. Father and Kitana will help me.
Sindel's expression stills. She gazes up with glassy eyes. Jared waves a hand over her and pink energy flows from her into him.
Of course.
The others stand around them as the last of the pink energy streams into Jared.
Father, what did you do?
I collected your mother's soul. It resides within me. She is safe.
Liu Kang quickly approaches.
Hurry, everyone. We must withdraw.
The fighters run out of the Tomb of the Dragon Army. They step through the snowy foothills of the mountains as the sun sets, the ruined fortress in the far distance behind them. They all stop and turn back to the fortress as hundreds of dragon warriors march away from it and down a pathway.
To move an army that large among realms, he'll need a portal, yes?
More than one. You will need a nexus of portal gateways.
It must be nearby. We follow them. They will lead us to it.
Agreed. But we cannot strike until Raiden and Kung Lao arrive.
That the Lin Kuei won't aid us is unforgivable. Bi-Han has corrupted them totally.
When this crisis ends, we will deal with that one.
This is but the opening battle in a longer war. Titan Shang Tsung has prepared his entire timeline for it. We cannot match its strength.
My counterpart said that your battle with him ripped time's fabric, creating 2 timelines. But how do we know that it wasn't torn further? If there are 2 timelines, can't there be more?
Shang Tsung smirks.
Why the thought experiment, sorcerer?
You said we lack strength. We might find it in other timelines.
How would we do that?
We gather allies from across timelines, other Titans, to build an overwhelming force.
If they exist. We have no proof that they do.
We must fight the battle in front of us. We can't stake our survival on pure conjecture.
If Liu Kang is right, the battle in front of us is already lost. This may be our only hope.
Geras, your thoughts?
It is possible. But as I am only the Hourglass's steward, such a search is beyond me. It can only be undertaken by the Keeper of Time.
And I no longer wield that power.
Geras' brow furrows deeply.
You may be able to regain it.
What? How do you mean?
When you gave up control of the Hourglass, I worried that one day you would find you needed it. So rather than let your power dissipate, I collected it. To this day, it remains safely stored.
Why did you never tell me this?
Because the process of restoring your power is likely irreversible. Returning to the life you have now, as Earthrealm's protector, a life you cherish, may be impossible.
And you did not want me tempted to make that sacrifice, unless it was absolutely necessary.
Correct.
Thank you, Geras. You have saved us with your wisdom. Now, where have you stored my power? We must retrieve it.
It is at the Fire Temple, stored in the Jade Jaguar gifted to you by the great Kung Lao.
Liu Kang smiles and nods. Dozens of dragon warriors march past a large stone archway being constructed in a snowy valley. Dark Geras steps to Titan Shang Tsung as he stands nearby.
Yes, Geras.
Liu Kang has proven more resilient than anticipated. He and his comrades have escaped the fortress.
Forget the others. Find Liu Kang. He alone threatens my plans.
Liu Kang and Geras walk down a path leading to the Fire Temple.
You could have picked no better vessel to store my power, Geras. I have always treasured the great Kung Lao's gift. It reminds me of his meticulous nature and his generous heart.
Once we retrieve the Jade Jaguar, we will proceed to the Hourglass. There, we will transfer the temporal power stored within it to you.
It now occurs to me that all along, you have had unfettered access to the power stored within. You could have taken it, become Keeper of Time, but chose not to. Why?
Because I have faith in your vision for this new era. I am content to be its guardian.
Thank you, Geras. Now, this process you propose, you are sure it will restore my power?
As sure as I can be of one that has been neither tried nor tested. But even if successful, it is not guaranteed that you will find any other timelines or allies. They may not exist.
I pray this is not a fool's errand. I hate leaving the others behind.
Your champions will bolster their strength against the Dragon Army. It is sure to be the mother of all battles.
May the Elder Gods protect them.
The pair steps to the Fire Temple's entrance, the sun shining overhead. The Dragon Army constructs more stone archways, portals glowing with dim light in the valley. The moon shines weakly through mist blanketing the sky onto dark Shao Kahn and Reiko as they watch from atop a portal. Dark Smoke, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kenshi, Rain, and Ermac stand in front of a regiment of dragon warriors, positioned in a long row that cuts through the valley. A pair of dragon warriors stand on top of scaffolding surrounding a portal. They haul a large stone up with a rope. A small, orb-shaped drone made with sleek, polished metal descends from the sky and hovers over the construction site. A camera lens on the drone's front shifts as it spies on the site and the dragon army. Johnny uses a controller and looks at a screen on it displaying the construction site from the drone's point of view. Mileena and Kung Lao stand near him.
My ex was so wrong. The 30K I spent on this seems like a steal right now.
This magic is incredible.
Not magic, your loveliness. Technology.
Either way, it's clear what must happen next. The gateways and the dragon army have to be destroyed. Scorpion, have you a plan?
We must divide our forces. You, Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, will use your magic to attack the portals. As you do, Kenshi and Jared will grind down the dragon army. The rest of us will attack our dark doubles. If they're defeated, it will hopefully throw the dragon warriors into disarray.
An astute strategy.
Truly. I could not have devised a better one.
Enough with the empty flattery. If you want our trust, give us actions, not words.
Shang Tsung gives a haughty smirk. Two dragon warriors hammer stones into place with hammers.
It is time. Our venom will spread. It will be the end of all things. Armageddon.
Dark Shao Kahn raises his hands to the dragon army, all standing in tight formations. Kung Lao, Mileena, Johnny, and Kitana crouch on a cliff overlooking the valley. Kung Lao looks up at a cliff above them where Scorpion, Kenshi, Jared, and Smoke kneel. He gestures to them, then Jared and Kenshi step to the cliff's edge. They telekinetically lift multiple boulders and hurl them at a column of hundreds of dragon warriors marching below. Boulders slam into a group of soldiers. Dark Shao Kahn turns to them while Scorpion and Smoke launch fireballs and bolts of smoke at other warriors. Mileena, Kitana, Johnny, and Kung Lao charge the dragon warriors, weapons drawn. Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and Raiden hurry to one of the portals. They channel beams of fire, green energy, and lightning into the keystone at its top, bringing it down. Green and blue energy beams suddenly hit the keystone from the other side, making it fly back into the portal. Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and Raiden look at Dark Kenshi and Ermac across from them. A shockwave of energy bursts from the portal, knocking the trio to the ground.
That is unfortunate.
The battle continues, Shang Tsung.
Quan Chi, with me. I, for one, am not pleased we were double-crossed.
It is an ire I share.
May I suggest we harness our anger and use it to obliterate my doppelganger's minions?
Fight. Fight!
attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Kenshi and his spirit slash the victim, then stab, shattering their ribs in unison. They explode in blue flame.
Effective, but it's you cannot thwart me.
Fight!
And use it to obliterate my doppelganger's minions.
Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Kenshi and his spirit slash the victim, then stab, shattering their ribs in unison. They explode in blue flame.
Make no mistake, you will die along with this timeline.
Fight!
You cannot thwart.
Fight!
This pair will trouble us no more.
Raiden blasts the portal gate with lightning. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi join him, adding their own magic. It crumbles, and the trio dashes toward the next one. Dark Rain and Dark Smoke advance on them. Shang Tsung smirks.
There are more who acquire our attention.
Raiden nods and starts destroying the next portal gate. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi charge the Dark Duo, but Rain conjures walls of water to surround the sorcerers. Dark Rain and Dark Smoke burst through the water. Quan Chi and Shang Tsung have no time to turn and meet their attackers, and are swiftly knocked to the ground. 2 blasts of lightning knock Dark Rain and Smoke to the ground. Quan Chi and Shang Tsung stand.
You're welcome, sorcerers.
Is it me, or is that Raiden becoming insufferable?
You are not wrong, but it is tomorrow's problem. Let us first solve today's.
Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Shang Tsung injects his victim with a green syringe. The toxin causes bones to mutate out of their innards like roots.
Still wish to fight? I will send you to a watery grave.
Fight.
Problem solved.
Quan Chi, Raiden, and Shang Tsung bring down another stone gate.
2 of 5.
It's progress. Now on to the next.
From atop the next portal gate, Dark Shao Kahn leaps down toward them. He wields a heavy warhammer and uses it to knock Raiden aside before headbutting Quan Chi. Raiden blasts him with lightning, but Dark Shao Kahn breaks out of it. Quan Chi and Shang Tsung flank him with spin kicks, and the 3 unite their magic against the Horned Menace. Nearby, a portal generated by one of the remaining portal gates flickers.
Did you see that?
His life force is feeding the portal's energy.
We kill him. We close them permanently.
Shang Tsung gives a smug grin. They resume their assault, but Raiden is blasted aside by fire magic. 2 new dark opponents saunter up, enrobed in blue and yellow armor.
These meddling minions grow tiresome.
Let us finish them.
Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Shang Tsung injects his victim with a green syringe. The toxin causes bones to mutate out of their innards like roots.
Your flame will be snuffed out.
Fight!
So much for fire and ice.
Raiden pushes himself to his feet to face Dark Shao Kahn. He flips to dodge the massive Warhammer, but Dark Shao Kahn gains the upper hand. He raises his Warhammer to strike, but is knocked aside by fire magic at the last second. Raiden sneers as Shang Tsung and Quan Chi confidently stride forward.
Are you hurt?
I've never been better. Fools. Your spell worked before only because you surprised me. It won't happen again. Fight. Fight!
His soul is ours.
With a forearm blade, Shang Tsung stabs Dark Raiku's neck. He continues stabbing. With a deep frown, he stands. His lips settle back into their usual smirk as Quan Chi raises his eyebrows. Shang Tsung reaches toward Dark Shao Kahn and siphons his soul away. Bright green light twirls out of his body, and he goes limp. A menacing smile stretches Shang Tsung's face as the portal behind them flickers out. Further down the valley, the others die out as well.
You've done it. The army's trapped.
All of the other realms in this timeline are safe.
Never forget, Raiden, that we risked our lives to perform this service.
One that wouldn't have been needed if you hadn't conspired with the other Shang Tsung.
They will fight to the last man.
Come, we must help the others.
All three run toward the Dragon Army. In a courtyard surrounded by floating rocks, the Jade Jaguar statue dissolves into golden sand within the hourglass. Liu Kang stands before it. Streams of fire magic run between his hands and the hourglass, one red, one blue. The flames lick over his arms where lion tattoos of Koi begin glowing a soft blue.
Are you ready to begin the search?
Ready enough. May there be other timelines and titans to find.
Liu Kang conjures fire magic toward the hourglass once more, and behind him a feminine figure is conjured from glimmering gold. She wears deep indigo finery beneath molded ivory armor, and her black hair is neatly tucked into two buns atop her head. Nervously, she looks around.
Gareth? Liu Kang?
Easy, Kitana. You are among friends.
Gareth bows his head.
What's happened? Where am I?
A long way from home. In a different timeline, to be precise.
What? Are you also
a keeper of time? Yes.
both of us? How is that possible?
The battle for Kronika's hourglass ripped apart time's fabric. Where there once was one timeline, there are now many. Each new timeline represents a different possible outcome of that battle. In mine, I became Time's Keeper. In yours, it was you. In others, it could be Jade, Sindel, even Kano. The possibilities are endless.
She tilts her head.
If many timelines sprung from one, and we were both part of it, then you are my Liu Kang.
The same one who battled you in Shang Tsung's courtyard. Who fought at your side at the Colosseum.
Liu Kang takes Titan Katana's hand and looks into her eyes.
Who beamed with pride when you became Outworld's Khan.
Titan Katana closes the remaining space between them, pulling Liu Kang in for a tender kiss. He wraps his arms around her without hesitation. When they part, her hand lingers on his cheek.
Why does fate seem always to conspire against us? To deny us life's simple pleasures?
I don't know. Perhaps in one of the many timelines, they are ours.
I would like to think you brought me here for them. But I know you well enough to know better. What duty beckons us?
I will tell you.
They hold hands.
But first, we must gather more of our old friends.
Titan Kung Lao.
Shang Tsung, Titan, wielding the power of the Hourglass?
Raiden.
Yes, Kung Lao. He is a threat to all timelines. He is not yet aware of any beyond his and Liu Kang's.
For now, it is only a matter of time.
I had hoped my victory over Kronika would end the endless cycle of combat. Sadly, it begins anew.
We have no choice. We must stop Shang Tsung.
The millions in my White Lotus Society will aid us, if needed.
Thank you, my friends.
Nearby, a cloud of thick smoke appears.
He is here.
Several figures step out from it. Dark Nitara wears spiked red armor studded with gold. Dark Melina has molded armor in magenta and gold, exposing her chest and midriff. Dark Baraka wears red samurai armor, complete with two massive horns on his helmet. Titan Shang Tsung steps forth.
Liu Kang, you have found allies. Titan allies, in fact. How could I have been so blind? Of course our timelines aren't the only two.
Retreat to yours, Shang Tsung. Your attempt to merge timelines has failed.
Yes. Your comrades proved most resourceful. Thus, I have resigned myself to simply destroying your timeline. Knowing that others exist to conquer makes that choice much more palatable. Once I destroy your hourglass, your timeline will cease to exist. I will take great pleasure in finishing you one last time.
He clenches his fist and then motions forward. His dark allies charge. Titan Kung Lao defends against Dark Tanya and Li Mei. Dark Baraka charges Titan Katana. Titan Raiden whirls his staff against Dark Kung Lao. Dark Nitara flies in and pins Geras. She bites down into his neck. Nearby, Titan Katana slashes at Dark Baraka and Reptile with her fan blades. At her side, Liu Kang wallops Reptile with a back-flipping kick.
You fight how I remember. I know what you'll do before you do it.
Likewise. Let's hope our advantage proves decisive.
Fight!
The attacker punches the victim airborne, then grabs their ankles to slam them down. Baraka stabs the victim with an arm blade and lifts them before plunging the blade into their throat, shattering their spine. The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Liu Kang rapidly kicks the victim into the air, shattering their ribs. He blasts them into the floor with a massive beam of fire.
Why not slither back to your timeline?
Fight!
missed fighting by Katana's side.
Titan Shang Tsung and Dark Melina and Katana blast beams of magic at the hourglass. Meanwhile, Kung Lao defends against Dark Tanya and Li Mei. Dark Li Mei downs him with a crescent kick. Dark Tanya snarls at Liu Kang.
Let's rip the flesh from their bones.
Are Tanya's of all timelines this evil? Mine is no better.
You should meet mine. She's a vast improvement.
I'd like that. Should we survive this battle?
Fight.
Frowning, Liu Kang straightens.
Are you the best Shang Tsung can do?
The hourglass begins to crack under the onslaught of magic.
It has begun.
Titan Shang Tsung manages a strained smile as he and the Dark Princesses intensify their magic. Liu Kang drops to one knee.
Liu Kang!
We must stop them. If the hourglass is emptied, this timeline will be destroyed.
Liu Kang runs to push-kick Dark Nitara off Geras. She tumbles away. Geras grips his bloodied chest.
Heal quickly, my friend.
Dark Kung Lao lands a blow on Titan Raiden's head. Dark Liu Kang finishes him off with an inside crescent kick, then struts victoriously.
This battle ends with your timeline obliterated. Your final moments will be torture and pain.
I do not fear your bravado. I have bested twins far more evil than you.
Fight.
Mirror image.
Fight.
I won't go down easily. Go back to your timeline, brothers.
Liu Kang rushes to Geras.
We have little time. The hourglass is failing.
Then let us end this, now.
Be good girls and kill them, won't you?
The Dark Princesses.
As you command, Shang Tsung.
Katana and I will fight them. You save the hourglass.
Yes, Liu Kang.
Beams of golden sand flow from Geras' fist towards the hourglass, while Titan Shang Tsung's red magic continues its assault.
Fool! You cannot save it.
Liu Kang and Titan Katana face the Dark Princesses.
I don't know which of them is worse. Both are cracked reflections of me.
They are abominations. Neither will survive this fight.
Fight.
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Kitana flings her fan blades into the victim, leaps, summons the fans back, and drives them into their skull.
You deserve
Fight!
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Liu Kang rapidly kicks the victim into the air, shattering their ribs. He blasts them into the floor with a massive beam of fire. Liu Kang lowers his fists.
Once Shang Tsung is finished, you will be too.
He hurries to the hourglass and casts beams of red and blue fire from his hands. Titan Kitana stands with him. She conjures beams of blue magic to assist him. Titan Kung Lao and Raiden join them as Titan Shang Tsung falters and drops to one knee. Sand flows back into the hourglass and the cracks in its glass sides melt away. Titan Shang Tsung drops his hands, cutting off his red magic.
This isn't over, Liu Kang.
His dark servants stumble to their feet, and together they retreat into a thick smoke cloud. Dark Tanya limps heavily, and Dark Kitana clutches her arm.
Thank you, everyone, for your aid. This battle was won together.
Shang Tsung is gone, but he's not defeated. He will be back to renew his campaign.
Not only against this timeline, but against all timelines.
Our choice is clear. We must take the fight to him. Destroy any power he has to make war against us.
Agreed. Shang Tsung is likely already gathering allies as I gathered you. We must best his efforts. Assemble an overwhelming army from across all timelines.
Liu Kang conjures a fiery portal and steps through. Geras and the Titans follow close behind. In a rocky desert, a fiery portal appears. Liu Kang marches out with his head held high. Behind him, dozens of allies materialize. A Quan Chi wears turquoise robes with elegant cloud patterns. A Shang Tsung stares sharply, wearing regal gold and white regalia. An armored Nitara bares her teeth, her gold crown twinkling in the sun. A Johnny Cage wears a black muscle shirt and reflective sunglasses. A woman with defined abs pushes ahead of him with a smug grin. She wears a crop top emblazoned with the name Cage on her chest. Liu Kang's army stands ready. A character select screen appears. The hero gazes up the pyramid steps. Liu Kang's army stands ready behind him. Before them lies a giant stepped pyramid. 2 parallel staircases run all the way to the top, and a gap between them opens to a deep chasm. Statues of muscular creatures flank the stairs. From the pyramid's apex, Titan Shang Tsung glares down his nose at the army.
There is nowhere to run, Shang Tsung. Nowhere to hide. We have banded together to rid all timelines of your evil. The threat you pose to them ends today.
Such certainty, Liu Kang, that this battle will end in your favor.
It can end no other way. Because across all timelines, the arc of history bends toward justice.
Does it? In this timeline, it bends toward me.
Titan Shang Tsung conjures fiery magic. He blasts it into the air and it coalesces into a portal.
Behold, Liu Kang, the hell I unleash upon you.
Hundreds of skulls spill out of the portal, forming a grisly path for a Titan Quan Chi. He holds his arms out wide as he leads dozens of dark fighters onto the pyramid. Shang Tsung gestures toward them and smirks at Liu Kang. Far below, Liu Kang's eyebrows knit together and his lips press into a hard frown. The Dark Army joins Titan Shang Tsung, including a gold-armored Raiden with an amulet on his belt and a Havik wearing armor made of meat and bone. Titan Shang Tsung holds up his hand. The Dark Army charges. Liu Kang's army ascends the steps to meet them, led by Liu Kang and alternate timeline versions of Sindel, Baraka, and General Shao. Halfway up the steps, the two forces clash. Liu Kang strikes a Dark Quan Chi, while a Dark Kenshi kicks an alternate reptile into the chasm between the stairs. The hero pounces on a Dark Raiden, striking him down. They dodge a swipe from Dark Kung Lao, then knock him into the chasm. A Dark Baraka rushes them, but the hero parries and counters him. Further ahead, they block a roundhouse kick from a Dark Sub-Zero, then stun him with a palm strike to his face. The hero dodges his ice missile, then spin kicks him to the ground.
I'll stain these stairs with your blood.
Fight.
I'll stain these stairs with your blood.
Fight!
Prepare to be dismembered.
Fight!
hero barrels up the steps and side kicks an opponent aside. A new opponent leaps in.
You won't like how this ends.
Fight.
The hero flees, punching a dark finish. A new opponent leaps from the ledge and strikes the hero.
I will make you burn.
Fight.
Uses an eye laser to slice a fighter in half. She charges the hero, slashing with a knife. She attempts to use her eye laser on the hero, but they push her aside. A new challenger advances on her.
I'll write you out of the narrative.
Fight!
Several levels above, Goro reaches down to the hero and sends them flying with a hammer strike. 3 Johnny Cages square up against Goro. One in a muscle shirt, one dressed like a mime, and the third is the woman in a crop top. The mime cage mouths a scream. The 3 cages disarm Goro, but he catches a kick from Mime Cage and flings him into the chasm. The remaining 2 cages stun Goro with kicks. The muscle shirt cage gently pushes him over the chasm's edge. The 2 cages flash a thumbs up and finger guns to the hero. Goro claws over the edge and drags them both down. A new opponent saunters up.
Fish best served cold.
Fight!
Ascends toward 4 of Shang Tsung's fighters. A bladed blue fan extends across their path.
Allow me.
Titan Katana stabs one fighter in his chest, then blocks gunfire from a woman in high-tech armor. Under fire, Titan Katana advances enough to stab her. She slices off the other fighter's leg, then leaps to decapitate the final armored woman. The head rolls down the stairs, landing at the feet of the hero.
Thank you, Katana.
You're welcome. Now hurry. There's no time to waste.
She's knocked aside.
You'll be felled by burning blades. Fight.
eat your flesh!
Fight!
Ground beneath the heroes' feet trembles. They dodge a strike from a Dark Raven at the last moment, leaping up to dangle from a chain. Dark Raven throws a bladed hat to slice it. Dark Raven intersperses attacks with a bladed hat and red lightning before the hero manages to counter. They shove the Dark Raven into its flaming brazier, and he catches on fire. He falls over the edge. A new challenger approaches the hero.
You should fear the Shirai Ryu.
Fight!
The hero dashes onward.
Assist me, Quan Chi.
Together, the Titans conjure a fireball with their magic. They throw it down the steps. The hero dodges narrowly, and the fireball continues downward to obliterate several fighters from both armies. 3 Dark Molinas emerge, charging with their size. The hero stands and manages to grab the wrists of the first Molina. They slash at the other 2 with the captured weapons. The hero stabs one Molina in her abdomen, then uses the 2 captured sides to stab the first Molina in her neck. The final Molina leg sweeps the hero and pins them down. She stabs down with her side, and the hero pushes back against her wrists.
Test your might.
The Dark Molina pulls free of the hero's grasp and rams her sides down through their eye sockets.
Test your might.
The hero twists Dark Molina's blades to shove through her eye sockets, and she collapses, her snarling face slackening. The Titans Shang Tsung and Quan Chi begin conjuring more magic when their counterparts charge them from behind. A light Shang Tsung exchanges blows with the Titan Quan Chi. He and light Quan Chi then switch opponents, and each manages to knock down his Titan double. Light Shang Tsung.
Hurry, Scorpion. You are almost there.
The Titans magically rip the souls out of light Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. They both collapse.
You've clearly no sense of self-preservation.
Fight!
the hero walks toward the stair, but a new opponent descends to meet them.
Only a little further, Scorpion. Follow me.
Together, they charge up the remaining steps until they reach the pyramid's apex, a broad platform shot through with glowing green cracks. Crumbling statues loom over its corners, and Titans Shang Tsung and Quan Chi stand waiting.
Your defenses have failed, Shang Tsung. This is over.
I do not think so.
Realize, sorcerer, that you've brought this on yourself. Avarice and ego have again proved your undoing. We have no choice but to eradicate you.
It is you who will be eradicated. You and your followers. And once you are dead, all timelines will be mine.
With a sneer, Titan Shang Tsung charges the hero. Liu Kang rushes at Titan Quan Chi simultaneously. Titan Shang Tsung spin kicks the hero's chest, knocking him to the ground. Titan Shang Tsung rushes to join the fight against Liu Kang. Together, he and Titan Quan Chi gain ground. Liu Kang manages to twist Titan Shang Tsung's arm, but takes a kick to the face in return. He squares up against his opponents. They charge him. Liu Kang jabs Titan Shang Tsung's jaw, then axe kicks him to the ground. He then sends Titan Quan Chi tumbling with a jumping roundhouse kick. Titan Shang Tsung regains his footing and resumes his assault. Liu Kang encloses his fists with blue and red flames, but Titan Shang Tsung manages to redirect the fire at the last moment. Liu Kang manages to back Titan Shang Tsung to the edge of the pyramid. Titan Quan Chi stands and conjures a giant green serpent which ensnares Liu Kang. It coils around him, constricting tightly as it flicks a forked tongue. The hero gets to their feet, straightens, and marches toward the Titans. Titans Quan Chi and Shang Tsung strut toward the hero, their capes fluttering delicately in the breeze.
Your position is precarious. To survive, you must submit.
Yes. The question you must ask is, if Liu Kang couldn't finish us, how possibly could you?
Fight.
Liu Kang runs up to the hero.
And they called me the Chosen One.
I am honored, Liu Kang. Shall we finish this?
You have done more than enough. Please permit me to end this.
With a stiff jaw and piercing eyes, Liu Kang walks to the motionless bodies of Titan Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. He motions wide circles with his hands, conjuring one. The souls of the two defeated Titans twirl up into the cloudy sky. The hero stands at Liu Kang's back, gazing up at the dissipating light.
May that be the last we see of you.
Liu Kang and the hero stumble.
What's happening?
Timeline. Without Shang Tsung to hold it together, it's falling apart. You must return to your timeline before this one collapses.
Liu Kang conjures a portal.
Thank you for your aid, Scorpion. May we one day meet again.
Swirling red and blue fire magic swallows the hero up, engulfing them in the portal. In Madame Bo's tea house, Raiden pours a steaming cup of tea for Liu Kang. Johnny, Kenshi, and Kung Lao sit with them.
I'm telling you, the locations we found here are money. I mean, look at this. Don't the rainbow colors on these mountains just scream Outworld?
I cannot believe you'll be telling our story about how we defeated Shang Tsung.
Well, the studio thinks it's fiction, not fact. But I don't care, as long as it's covering the budget.
I assume you'll be the star.
Nope, I'm behind the camera, writing and directing. Time to let someone younger and prettier take the lead. You know, I've written in parts for all of you, if you want them.
Us? On screen?
I mean, they're cameos. But like they say, there are no small parts.
Thank you, Johnny. But we must decline.
But Raiden?
The new initiates arrive tomorrow. We must return to the Wuxi to begin their instruction.
Of course. You are right.
What about you, Takahashi? I need a blind swordsman. And no actor can do what you do.
I would love to. But my work to revive the Tyra is starting to pay off. I can't let up now.
To Liu Kang.
Well, I know better than to ask you. Your plate is always full.
Indeed, Johnny Cage. Which is why I must now depart.
Off to Outworld? To advise the Empress?
Between her father and her sister, Melina is receiving plenty of good advice. And with the sorcerers and the general imprisoned, there are few threats to her rule.
Is something wrong, then?
I am simply shoring up our defenses. As you know, Bi-Han and his Lin Kuei have abandoned their roles as Earthrealm's guardians. His brother, Kuai Liang, has agreed to build a new clan, the Shirai Ryu, to take its place. I must go aid his efforts.
Is there anything we can do?
Not yet, but I will call upon all of you when the time comes. Madame Bo, once again you have served an excellent meal.
That's kind of you to say.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. And thank you, all of you. You have served well as Earthrealm's champions.
No, Liu Kang. Thank you. Joining up with you really has changed the arcs of our lives.
A warm smile stretches across Liu Kang's face.
I am glad.
With a nod, he leaves. Madame Bo surveys her remaining patrons.
All right, gentlemen. If you're finished, there's only one thing left to do. Which one of you gets the bad news?
The bill.
Not me. I'm still 3 mil in the hole on Sento. How, thick's your wallet, Takahashi?
Thick enough. But seems to me our hosts are on the hook. They did invite us.
You think we have money? The Shaolin live modestly.
Don't worry, Father. I've got this covered.
As Liu Kang exits the warmly lit tea house into a blue dusk, his smile lingers.
The realms are in safe hands.
All of my own stunts. Mess around and hit me, you probably get blown up. I've been hot enough here to throw up the whole sun. Cut a man in half, write my name in his own blood. Everybody dies, you probably gon' never learn from it. Pop them in the sky till they never gon' get a turn from it. Burn stomachs cut like my blade is immortal. Bitch, open a portal, I slice you till your parts out of order. Your head and your torso, I murder your gore. You got a death wish. Keep my hat spinning, I'm watching them get their neck split. Toxic, boxed it, you ain't gonna block this. Perfect every legend and sonically outfoxed them. You came to win the tournament, I'm ripping out your vertebrae. We came to be the worthiest murderer, and every murderer who wanted you got it. I'll leave them freezing to death, so tell me you next, so I can put the spear in their chest.
How many of us need a second chance? How many of us need to say goodbye? If we could do it all once again, I'd have you right here by my side. Oh, right here by my side.
So
some say we could be defeated. I'ma call it Kenshi, we ain't never seen it. Hit you with an x-ray, real orthopedic. Now it's time to take your spine out. You ain't gon' need it where we're going. Both legs broken, head split open. Blood starts flowing, watch your soul get stolen. This human is smoking, you wanna try again, bruh, instead of token. Now we be unmatched when it comes to endurance. Spit hot fire, words burn like a furnace. Cook your epidermis, yo, I hope you got insurance, because losing all your limbs is a frequent occurrence. Ain't no doubt we're the #1 team. We got Elder God power in our bloodstream. We be crushing, brains erupting, obscene. Way we cut things, you could call this a cutscene.
How many of us get a second chance? How many of us could to press rewind? If we could do it all once again, I'd have you right here by my side.
From a pile of corpses, Ali May's dead eyes stare blankly. Vultures gather at the base of the pyramid, picking at the bloody remains. On the steps, a pair of black boots flexes. Their owner lies on his back, struggling to push himself up the bloodied stone stairs. Dark Jax, a black man with both his arms severed off, grimaces as he tilts his head back. 4 figures descend the pyramid steps. Twisted versions of Tanya, Kenshi, and Quan Chi are led by Havik. Tanya whips out bladed hand fans. Ice engulfs Quan Chi's fists. Havik holds a spiked mace and looks down at the trembling Dark Jax.
Ah, look at him, clinging to life. Even now he struggles.
Everyone who fought today did so fiercely.
Havik dangles his mace over Dark Jax's head. He drops it.
Had I not been here for it, I would have thought it impossible. Warriors from across timelines, clashing in combat. The blood, the death, the chaos.
Yes, Lord Havik. It's unfortunate it all ended so fast.
The exposed tendons of Havik's cheek stretch as his eyes narrow.
The next time, it won't.
Yeah, we are from different worlds, figurative and literal. Standing in opposition to the God that I have risen to can cause you harm in the physical as well as mystical. While praying on the vices that I gotta be disposition to. Flawless victory, my record's solid gold. But if we got a common foe, he gotta go. I'm down the road, full contact, been well versed in combat. Violence, we stay around that. This fight here is the soundtrack. Just takes a simple bit of pride instead of differences aside, instead of ripping out your eyes. But this isn't a surprise, I got no time, and my patience is in limited supply. I'm unwell, so cold like when the sun fell. You want help? We come together just like the one round. This war's endless, rest partially mended. Fatalities to friendships, now we gotta end this.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Kano, Sonya Blade, the Great Hall. Finish him.
Scorpion strikes the ground to send the victim airborne, then throws 2 rope darts which curve through the victim's torso into their skull. He rips their head off.
Fatality. Scorpion wins. Flawless victory.